Kennedy with you, and today we're checking out Patriot Pantry's Liberty Bell Potato Cheddar Soup. This has 4 servings in it, 190 calories. It's got things like creamer, potato flakes, different spices, chopped onions, dairy whey, vegetarian powder, spices, all kinds of garlic powder, different things. It's got, it doesn't have a lot of vitamin minerals in it, 3 grams of protein, but we're also going to be making biscuits with this so we can make it into a meal. And then we're going to have our taste test report afterwards. So here's just a preview of the biscuits we made using the Seabiscuit recipe from Marianne's Gilligan's Island cookbook. Now we're going to be taking 5 cups of water and bringing it to a boil. Adding this, mix it up, and then you take it off the heat. Well, not off the heat, you simmer it for 20 minutes. Then it's done. These take about 12 or 15 minutes, so we're going to time it. Important you take out the oxygen absorber. Now we're just going to pour some out on this plate so we can get an idea of what it looks like. I see potato flakes, I see cheese powder, or onion flakes, I don't know what those are, and parsley. Smells like onions and cheese. So, looks good. We'll be making it up shortly. Well, we've added in the soup, and we've turned it down to simmer. Of course, the water's... We added the soup and turned it down to simmer. Of course, the water's still quite hot. We're going to have to make sure we get this all mixed in good. Notice there's some lumps here, so we're going to make sure we get them all out. You can see the foam is going down. The water's cooling now a little bit. There we can see the cheese color. I can see what appears to be parsley flakes or some other green thing. I would think broccoli would go with this really well. So now we're going to set our timer for 20 minutes. Let it simmer. So we have a few lumps in this, so I would suggest that you get rid of the lumps by squishing them. I think that it would have been better if I added this slower to the boiling water, and that way I could have made sure that it all dissolved well. But you know that's going to happen as I'm stirring it and checking it. It smells real good. Yeah, even the parrot seems to like the smell. You can hear him over there in the background. Peanut gallery, or the seed gallery. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. I see you. There we go. So here we are just about at the end. You can see there's some little potato bits in it. They've rehydrated and turned into little bits of potato. So that's good. And our biscuits are almost done as well. So we're almost ready for the big test. Again, this is food that's made to store for a long period of time. Made by this Food for Patriots. Food that you can, put away for a storm day if you have a way to heat it. Or the power goes out or something like that. Again, this would necessitate you having something to heat it with, but if you had a camp stove, you could always go outside with a camp stove and heat it up and make your meal that way. The dehydrated, it's funny, all the directions for these are just about the same because you're basically using the same thing. You're using fairly uniformly cut size dehydrated ingredients, and so really the 20 minutes is really more like what you need, there we go, we're done. We need to thicken and to rehydrate. Now this is obviously quite hot, so we're going to have to let it sit for a couple minutes to, they said to set 2 or 3 minutes, but we're going to do that in the bowls so it can cool and we'll be ready to eat it. It's going to probably thicken up a little more during this stage. And like I say, we don't want to burn our tongue, so we can't taste it. So it's time for the moment of truth. And it's good. It's got the little potato bits in it. You can taste the onion. The cheese, of course. I can taste the salt. These foods all tend to have a little more salt than I would put in them, but salt is a preservative, and it's what people like to eat is salt. I gotta try a biscuit. I love these biscuits. Excellent. So here we have the Food for Patriot creamy cheddar potato soup. And it does have a good flavor. 190 calories, so you want to consider that in your planning. And I think we do have the, it said 4 or 5 servings. I think we're going to have 4 servings usually out of this. 4 servings, yep. So very good. This product's a good one. Give it a try. Mike Kennedy saying God bless.